bought myself a 1999 Oldsmobile Intrigue GL. And I bought myself a 2003, no, actually it was in 2003, so I bought myself a 1999 Oldsmobile Intrigue GL. And that had the same motor, but the third or the second generation 3800 from GM. Just a great motor, and that's the reason I bought that car. I was looking for that same motor again. That thing was reliable, it was powerful, it was economic, it made sense to me. So this one was a 4-door, and at that time, that look, you know, it came from the Aurora. I don't know if you remember that, but when the Aurora came out, I mean, it just had that futuristic look, and not everybody liked it, but I did. And when the Intrigue followed along, kind of followed the same curve line, I totally liked it. And so I bought that. This was a used car owned by a priest, really. I double checked that. That was not just a salesman sales pitch, but I had his whole document in the glove box, and he was a priest. That was just fairly, it had like 4 years, it was a 4-year-old car with about 50,000 miles on it. And the only thing used that you could actually see on that car when I bought it was the cruise control button. That cruise control button was like, you know, it's the only thing that's been touched on that car, it seems. You know, you couldn't see the word cruise anymore. It was just disappeared, just out of use. So, and that was a reliable car. I love that car. I had it for 10 years. And I started from 50,000 miles and I bought it well over 150, or close to it. But for 10 years, it was a daily. All the way to 2012, April 2012. In the meantime, you know, I changed quite a few jobs since then, and 3 to be exact. And in 2009, actually in 2006, I was working this company, and there was one guy that kind of got me into the muscle car again. You know, Eric, he had a Mustang. And one day he says, come and check it out, man, you gotta check. And we're on his computer, and he's looking at the live feed from General Motors showcasing the 2006 Camaro concept car from, I think it was the New York Auto Show, probably New York. Yeah, it was in the winter, or LA, whichever it was. And man, I remember seeing that silver concept Camaro. It's just, oh my God, I want one. I want one. And I said that just like that. And then they decided to make the car, and like I've followed the whole thing from the forum. I used to be this big forum member on Camaro 5, still are, and from 2008. And in 2009, I ordered a new Camaro in October. I ordered a new Camaro SS, 1 SS. You can actually watch some of my videos. My first videos that I made were in my Camaro SS. Love that car. Just had it, bought it in October, got it in early 2010, and you know, that was my summer driver. I had it till last year in October. They came and stole it. They stole it in front of my house that I parked on my lawn. It was just, you know, it was not too good moment there. But I mean, nothing happens for nothing, and that's why I'm in a Challenger now. But before the Challenger and in between, I replaced the Intrigue for my winter car. I kept it the first few years for a winter beater, but now it was getting you know, not used enough, and everything was starting to fall apart. So I bought this, my first Mopar, which really loved that car, was the 2005 Dodge Magnum SXT. And that car was sitting on the lot. It was just for $5,000. I remember it didn't even have, I think it had not even 80, probably about 75,000 miles on it. It was just, had that great kind of F8 green, but more metallic in it. I think they called it onyx green. And you know, with now having one kid at that time, you know, it's just it was convenient to have a wagon, and so I got that, you know, all the way till last year. So another 4 or 5 years on that. Just a solid car, man. The LX platform from Dodge, from Chrysler, is just fabulous. You know, it's based loosely from the architecture of the Daimler Chrysler, the E platform, and it's just a great car, very solid. And so I drove that for a winter car, and I bought my wife that was pregnant a new car. She had a Chevy Optra, just the worst car in the world. Horrible car, made in Korea. Those were the old Daewoo shop that GM bought and started to make those cheap Chevys. Anyway, so I got rid of that car as soon as she moved in with me, and I bought her another LX, which was a Chrysler 300. It was another 2005, and this thing, it was owned by my boss's father, and I got my hands on it for about $5,000 as well. And that car was just barely used. It had not even 40,000 miles on it over the last 10 years. And it was a great bargain. I mean, those cars were just fabulous. It was the touring version, so it also had the 3.5, which 250 HP, 250 torque. And just a good car, daily car, just fabulous, smooth, comfortable, big, family oriented. It was just nice. And so that was also bought that in 2015. So from 2015 to October 2016, I had the 300, the Magnum, and the Camaro parked. And then, you know, one morning I woke up and it was just like, where did I park my car? How come it's not there with 3 kids in my hand? I just stole my Camaro. So a couple of weeks later, insurance covered it, and decided to get a